Many of my friends process their identity through their blackness. I process my identity through Christ. Being a Christian means he leads I follow. I can't dictate the terms he does because he is the leader. I can't vote black because there hasn't been a black president. I have to vote Christian because that's who I am. Christian first, black second. Neither should anyone from the other ethnic groups vote because of ethnicity. In an election there are many issues to consider, but when a society gets abortion, same-sex marriage, embryonic stem cell research, human cloning, to name a few, wrong, economic concerns will soon not matter. We need to follow Martin Luther King's words, don't judge someone by the color of their skin but by the content of their character. I don't know Obama, so all I can go off is his voting record. His voting record earned him the title of the most liberal senator in the U.S. Senate in 2007. To beat Ted Kennedy and Hillary Clinton as the most liberal senator takes some doing. Obama accomplished this feat in 2 short years. I wondered what would happen to America if he had 4 years to work with. There's a reason Planned Parenthood gives him the 100% rating. There's a reason the homosexual community supports him. There's a reason Ahmadinejad, Chavez, Castro, Hamas, etc. love him. There's a reason he said he would nominate liberal judges to the Supreme Court. There's a reason he voted against the infanticide bill. There's a reason he voted no on the constitutional ban of same-sex marriage. There's a reason he voted no on banning partial birth abortion. There's a reason he voted no on confirming Justices Roberts and Alito. These 2 judges are conservatives and they have since overturned partial birth abortion. The same practice Obama wanted to continue. Of course a handful of people might say that it's a woman's choice, not yours. However, the percentage found of rape victims are only 3%. The rest of the 97% believe that they are not ready and not financially capable of having a baby. There's a reason Obama opposed the parental notification law. Think about this. You can't give a kid an aspirin without parental notification, but the same kid can have an abortion without parental notification. This is insane. There's a reason he went to Jeremiah Wright's church for 20 years. Obama tells us he has good judgment, but he sat under Jeremiah Wright teaching for 20 years. Now he is condemning Wright's sermons. I wonder why now. Obama said Jeremiah Wright led him to the Lord and discipled him. The disciple is one in training. Jesus told us in Matthew 28 minutes and 19 seconds, 20 go and make disciples of all nations. This means reproduce yourself. Teach people to think like you, walk like you, talk like you believe what you believe, etc. The question I have is, what did Jeremiah Wright teach him? Would you support a white president who went to a church which has tenets that says they have paid 1. Commitment to the white community, 2. Commitment to the white family, 3. Adherence to the white work ethic, 4. Pledge to make the fruits of all developing and acquired skills available to the white community, 5. Pledge to advocate regularly a portion of personal resources for strengthening and supporting white institutions, 6. Pledge allegiance to all white leadership who espouse and embrace the white value system, 7. Personal commitment to embracement of the white value system. Would you support the president who went to a church like that? Just change the word from white to black and you have the tenets of Obama's former church. If President Bush was a member of a church like this, he would be called a racist. Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton would have been marching outside. This kind of church is a racist church. Obama did not wake up after 20 years and just discovered he went to a racist church. The church can't be about race. Jesus did not come for any particular race. He came for the whole world. The church can't have a value system based on race. The church's value system has to be based on biblical mandate. It does not matter if it's a white church or a black church, it's still wrong. Anyone from either race that attends a church like this would never get my vote. Obama's former pastor Jeremiah Wright is a disciple of liberal theologian James Cone, author of the 1970 book Black Theology of Liberation. Cone once wrote, "Black theology refuses to accept a God who is not identified totally with the goals of the black community. If God is not for us and against white people, then he is a murderer, and we had better kill him." Cone is the man Obama's mentor looks up to. Does Obama believe this? So what does all this mean for the nation? In the past, when the Lord brought someone with the beliefs of Obama to lead the nation, it meant one thing: judgment. God says, 1 Samuel 1:18, when that day comes, you will cry out for relief from the king you have chosen, and the Lord will not answer you in that day. 19 But the people refused to listen to Samuel. No, they said, we want the king over us. 20 Then we will be like all the other nations, with a king to lead us and to go out before us and fight our battles. 21 When Samuel heard all that the people said, he repeated it before the Lord. 22 The Lord answered, listen to them and give them a king. Here is what we know for sure. God is not schizophrenic. He would not tell one person to vote for Obama and one to vote for McCain. As the scripture says, the city divided against itself cannot stand, so obviously many people are not hearing from God. Maybe I am the one not hearing, but I know God does not change, and Obama contradicts many things I read in scripture, so I doubt it. Then you really look God in the face and say, Father, based on your word, I am voting for Obama even though I know he will continue the genocidal practice of partial birth abortion. He might have to nominate 3 or 4 Supreme Court justices, and I am sure he will be nominating liberal judges who will be making laws that are against you. I also know he will continue to push for homosexual rights, even though you destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah for this. I know I can't look the other way because of the economy. Some people might say that Obama is the way out of the recession going on now. However, both parties' plans are identical similar. A fellow acquaintance quoted that John McCain is a war hero. We got out of the Depression, not because of that one weird president, but because of World War II. Through this war many jobs were created and alliances were enforced. Now war might seem bleak right now, but it is our only option. The war in Iraq is not a war as some people perceive. Of course I don't believe everything he/she said, but some ideals do follow me. I could not see Jesus agreeing with many of Obama's positions.